Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with the Rude Man. And you may be expecting to see Red Dead today, but I took a little grief yesterday because I didn't have the DLC that came out yesterday. So I decided, well, maybe I better get it. So as soon as I got off the stream yesterday, I went ahead and got it. I finally got the update done, only to find out there's another update today. And I started about 9 o'clock this morning. And as of the time of this live stream, it still was only maybe 3/4 done. So I had to stop the live I had to stop that because if I start the live stream and it finishes in the background, it shuts the game off and restarts it. I didn't want to have that happen in the middle of the live stream. So I didn't get the update, whatever it is. I didn't get it, but I do have the DLC. And we're going to take a look at it today. So we'll get back to Red Dead, don't worry. Anyway, I got a controller around here somewhere. There it is. Okay. So this is the Highlands, right? That look typical to anybody? I don't know. I guess everything in Europe is old. I don't know. It looks kind of in need of something. Whitewashing. Do they actually paint this kind of thing? Do they actually paint this, or they just whitewash it, or just wash it with a power washer or something to clean it up? But it's pretty nasty looking. Lots of rust. Need of paint. Kind of thing. I mean, there are places that look like that. That doesn't mean they look like that on the inside. They may be beautiful on the inside. A lot of people do that. They'll buy some old piece of crap, like cars. They'll buy a piece of crap car so people leave it alone. They're going to look in the parking lot and say, look at that piece of crap car. I'm not even going to go. I don't even want to park by it. It's such a crappy car. Then you find out that the damn thing's got, $20,000, $30,000 worth of engine and junk in it, stereos and stuff like that. Perfectly fine on the inside. And the mechanical part, but it looks like a piece of junk. So people leave it alone. I'm not going to steal that car. That's my grandma's car. Well, at least Scorpion's here. Hey, Scorp. Thank you. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. I don't know what I'm going to do. I never did look at the actual farm. What? I can't get in? Do I not own the farm? What? Really? I might not. Oh, look, there's Grandpa. What's he doing here? Why can't I get into my own farm? What's happening? Let's look at the map and see. Maybe we don't own it. How do you tell? Oh, I know why. When I started the game, I started it with nothing. There's a thing you have to answer that if you want the starter farm or not, and I said no. Because I thought that would get rid of Grandpa. Well, it didn't get rid of Grandpa. So we don't have a farm. I got to buy everything. Like all these fields here I owned, now I don't. I can't remember which ones I owned, though. Shoot. I'm pretty sure we owned this one, and one of these, this one might be grass. Okay, well, we got to fix that, don't we? Well, first of all, let's buy the farm, and then we'll worry about the fields. So, that's the farm, I guess. So we're going to buy that. And then we'll start working on the fields. But first of all, what the hell is that? Do we have sheep? Sweet. All right, let me see if I can get in now. You going to let me in, Gramps? I own the house. Get the hell out of here. Put you in a nursing home. Nate's here. Hey, Nate. Thomas is here. Thomas, how are you? Hope you're doing well. All right. I'm having cat troubles today. The cat just will not leave me a friggin' alone. And I decided to do laundry today. My laundry. I do my own laundry. Carol does her own. I'm not about to second guess how she wants to do it. Oh, this is a dressing room. So we come in here and we can wash our clothes and piss in a pan and ride a bicycle while we're looking at our wellies and drying our clothes on the clothes rack over here. Interesting. Anyway, I decided to do some laundry today, so I get my basket, my hamper, and I fill it full of dirty clothes. Well, it's already full of dirty clothes. I go out to the wash machine, and I start doing the laundry. Okay, so I came back in, was doing some stuff on the computer. Hang on. Alexa, lights white. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, yeah.
Purple lights. Cheers, Scorp. So the dryer is hooked to the Wi-Fi, so you'll hear it once in a while. We'll say your dryer's done or your washer's done. So it said I did the wash, and then I put it in the dryer, and it said, oh, drying's done. I'd already kicked the cat out of my room about half a dozen times. She just won't leave me alone. She gets up in the window and knocks my camera down. She gets up on the computer and knocks stuff down. So I threw her out. She got back in somehow. I think Carol stuck her head in and said something to me and then left the door open. Cat comes back in. There's Andy talking about cats. She comes back in. I go out and I get a cup of tea. I come back in. There's a cat sitting in my chair. I have to throw her ass out. And then she's up to something else, digging into something over there, digging into something over here. And then my laundry's done. So I go out and get my laundry. I take it out of the dryer, put it in my hamper, I bring it back to my room, and I'm getting ready to fold it and put it away when I had to run in the kitchen for something. So I ran in the kitchen. I came back, and I hadn't made it all the way in the room with my laundry. So I grabbed my basket. It's a hamper. I grabbed my hamper, and I tug on it, and some bitch weighs a ton. I look down, and there's a 20-pound cat sitting on top of my nice, clean, warm clothes. Oh, God, I was pissed. So I tipped it over and dumped my clothes out, and she got out, and I kicked her out of the room, and she's still trying to get back in, little turd. Somebody's feeding her too much, too. She was 17 pounds, now she's 20. All right, we're going to do some construction right away, but I'll show you what the farm looks like now that we have a couple of people here. Matt's here. Hey, Matt. How's it going? Who's from Spain? Somebody's from Spain? What did I miss? I see the word Spain up there. I'm on holidays in Spain. Oh, Thomas is on holiday. How long you got, Thomas? Week, 2 weeks, a month? All right, let me get this thing going, or I'm going to be... Okay, let's do... I think we can go up to 15. I can't remember. No, we can go up to 16. Turn that on. Running multiplier, jump. I don't really mess with the jump. I don't know why. I don't really jump anywhere. Super strength is off. Flight on. I already went through and changed all the stats to American stuff. Miles and gallons and stuff like that. So here's your main farm. You got farmhouse with Grandpa down there. There's a sheep barn over here that you got. A couple of little buildings for storing absolutely nothing because nothing's going to fit in there. Same thing here. We got some kind of is this a shop? Nothing's going to fit in here, so. I don't know what the hell you're going to put in here. There's a little bit of a shop here, it looks like. And a garage for a go-kart, I guess. Tiny little thing. Some more equipment storage here. Now, notice we don't have any because I didn't say to give me the farm. I should have, and I didn't. I should change that. I could easily change it, I think. This is your silage. Now, Scorpion and I jumped on here last night till he had to go to bed and dinked around. You can put 2 crops in here, and that's it. So you dump your corn right here, and your corn will go in here. And then you dump your wheat right here, and your wheat will go over here. That's all you can do. Oh, you say you have canola? Well, you better sell it because you can't store it. You can only store 2 crops. That's it. And you see how it gets in there. It goes in here and must do something here and go in here somehow, although there's no spout or anything. So how does it get in here on the ground? I don't know. The other thing is, how does it get out? Well, that's easy enough. We come over here, and there's a downspout. So that's where you get it. But wait a minute. What's the downspout hooked to? Because that room was empty. So, I don't know. Somehow it gets the grain and dumps it out. I don't know. Weird. This is an old equipment barn, I guess. And if I owned this property, this would be the first thing I tore down. But it does have a door that works. Where it's getting its electricity, I don't know, but that works. So there's your farm right there. Got an old caravan that your company can stay in. So we're going to do some construction, though, because I can't have a silo that only holds 2 crops. That's not going to work for me. So we're going to fix that. And that piece of junk right there is worthless. So we'll fix that. But look at what we got. We got these beautiful little cows. Or do you call them coos? I can't remember. We got these long-haired coos. And they're lazy. They lay down to eat. Isn't that something? Hi, coo. Scorpion and I were... Now, these are smaller, if I'm not mistaken. These cattle are a little bit smaller than some other breeds. We were talking about taking some of these, bringing them to Texas, and breeding them with the Longhorns in Texas. Let's see, what the hell would we get? I don't know. They'd look like Longhorn cows with a Beatles haircut or something. I don't know. So this is your pasture for your cattle, I think. If it isn't, it's gonna be. So let's do that. Okay, so we got the cattle there. We own the farm. I don't know what this is because it doesn't show. Tag place. I don't want to tag it. Let's see. I think this field is ours. 20. If you came into the game and said you wanted the farm, you'd have that field, this field, and another one over across here, I think. Hey, it's a bus on the wrong side of the road. What's he doing over there? He's gonna get hurt. So yeah, you get this pasture, you get this piece of land right here. So we're gonna get it too. So we'll buy it. And then 20 we own. I don't know what 22 is. Let's go take a look. I don't think we had 22, but I don't remember. Walter owns it. Well, heck with you, Walter. I think it's ours too. I'm gonna take it. What's that? Oh, did I put a marker down? Oh shoot. I put a marker down in my own field. That was a dumb thing to do. I'm going to buy this one too because I need some property. So we're going to buy this. 22. And then we own 35 up here. And the reason I know that is because when Scorpion and I were dinking around last night, I took a stroll from the farm, wherever our farm's at. Where's our farm? I'm lost. Where's my farm at? Over here? Yeah, I took a little stroll down memory lane from the farm here. And I drove across here and I thought, where does that road go? So I followed this road and it goes into the woods here and it goes up to this grass field up here. And I was surprised to find out that we owned it. So I'm going to buy it. Okay, sweet. Let's take a tour. Anybody got any questions? Highland scoop. You can dump it from trailer and take out the feed pipe, or lift with a bucket. Yeah, I can do better than that. I'm gonna put a silo in that holds everything. Scorpion did some fishing. I'm not into that. So I didn't care about it being a fishing DLC. It doesn't impress me at all. The fishing's kind of weird. I was watching him do it. But anyway, interestingly enough, and Andy mentioned this yesterday, the first thing I had to test out was there collision on the hedges, and there is not. You can drive right through the hedges. So that I like that. One of the things I don't like about European maps is they either have a stone wall around every field or a hedge around every field, and you can't get through it without a gate. And then the gates are so small you can't get anything through if you've got, a decent size combine. There's a aqueduct that looks like the one that Harry Potter was filmed on. Probably is. I flew over when I was doing Flight Simulator a year or two ago. If you remember, I did a tour of Scotland, and flying over this aqueduct was one of the things I did, and a bunch of the lakes, although they don't call them that, the locks. So there's your farmland. There's a kind of a Stonehenge type thing here, which to me is like, wow, I want to take that down so I can grow more wheat. I don't think you can. Anyway, here's your town. You got a nice little church. A few sale points here. This is like a warehouse you can dump stuff in. And then there's a dairy right here, I think. Is this a dairy? Yeah. Yep, that's your dairy. Kind of a quaint little town. I like it. I think I'd be happy in Scotland. I'd live out someplace on some island someplace. Now, they've got something in this game that I wish they would really, really make use of more than they do. And I'll show you that in a second. This goes down to the harbor, this part of town. To see the chicken. Huh? Why did the camel cross the road? To see the chicken? Because there's no chickens in the desert. Oh. Huh. Or roads. Well, camels don't need roads. That's why they have them big flat feet. And they can walk on the sand. First thing Scorp did when he came in here is grab a fishing pole. He started fishing. And he fished up a lot of stuff. Not just a tire. It was a tire on a rim he fished up. Buckets, floating ocean buoys, bucket of golf balls, all kinds of stuff. And then he bought a boat. And he flipped it over and was I don't know how in the hell he did it. It looked like a submarine. He flipped it over and it was going under the water and every other place. So yeah, you can buy a boat and fly it around, or row it around, or speedboat. I don't think you can get across the bridge. I tried to yesterday. I'm not quite sure where the end of the map is. Highland Scoop is following. Thank you, Highland. I appreciate that. Somebody's going to give you a brand new tractor. Everybody that follows or subscribes gets a brand new tractor. Biggest, most expensive tractor we could find that's free. So it's a typical map. All your stuff is here. You know, you got... the trains are cool. The trains are steam engines. That's kind of nice. I tried to get across this bridge, but it made me stop, and I don't know where the... All right, there's your tractor. All you got to do is drive it away. It only takes 2 fingers. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, Scorpion was a little disappointed because the boat was pretty slow. But it says it's a fishing DLC. It didn't say it was a speedboat. It didn't say it was Grand Theft Auto. So you got to take what you can get. This would be my style of boat over here. One that's just sitting around where you can sleep down below and have a little fun. What's this? They're playing... There's 2 guys in here. One in this boat, one in that boat, and they're playing Battleship. You sank my battleship. That's what I see. All right, so what makes this one a little bit different, you ask? Well, one, it's in Scotland. What else could you ask for? I love Scotland. I'm actually got a little Scotland, and I'm a laird. So there you go. I own property in Scotland. Let's see if I can find what I'm looking for. On top of the hill here, I think. All right, see that ruin right there? We're gonna take a look at that. Is that a silage clamp right in the middle of that guy's farm? Okay, so we're gonna go to that ruin there, and I'll show you. Now, this isn't anything we haven't done before. It's just that it hasn't actually been in the game before. We've had mods that did this. So what this is you have to buy the property, which I haven't done yet. Let's see. Is it this one? No, this isn't it. This is the castle. Yeah, this is the castle. This is not it. But this will do, though. But I don't want to buy the castle right now. I don't think. Where's that other thing, Scorp, that we found? Let's see if I can find it. Shoot, I don't remember where I was when I found it. It was an accident that I found it. What's that? There it is. There it is, right there. Okay, this is it. So, let me buy this. I'd like to see them do a lot more of this. It's a construction site, and it's probably a tourist site. It's a money grab. It's a plot ownership required, so I bought the plot. A Corbridge windmill and farmland 60, completed expected, which we haven't started yet. Contractor, which we haven't started yet, and a contact line, which we don't have. And if we do have one, it's probably not in use because I don't want people contacting me. So there you go. Anyway, basically what you do is you look what you have to have. It's going to be a windmill, and it looks like it's going to function because it's got active production. Wheat flour, barley flour, oat flour, sorghum, rice, and rice. And it's got storage to it. But way at the top, there's a progress in construction from 0 to 19, and required materials for the next step are cement bags. So we're going to find us some, just since I'm just goofing around. I'm not actually playing the map, so let's see what I can do here. Is it here? Farm products. Let's go to General All. Go to the C for cement. Cement bags. And we're going to grab one of those. It dropped it down. You can hear construction noise. There's no expected completion date yet. And you just come up here occasionally and find out what the needs are and supply them. And this thing will build a windmill up here for you. Now, we've had that before. We've had mods that have done that. I've done that. As a matter of fact, there was one that Alien Jim had, if you remember, that island. Remember the island? What the hell was the name of that island? Spectacle Island, it was called. And it did that in reverse. You went in to a place that was just torn, just falling down, and you had to clean it up. So you were actually getting rid of stuff instead of putting stuff down and building stuff. But anyway, I digress. I'd like to see them do more of that. To me, it would be cool, rather than buying a piece of land and plopping down a pre-built farmhouse, buy a piece of land, pick out your farmhouse, and then start building it by providing wood, cement, paint, whatever you needed, and build your damn house instead of what they're doing here now, which is you just buy a piece of property and just drop a house down on it. That's what I'd like to see, more of that. I'd like to see, obviously they can do it, but I'd like to see more of that. Where's my farm? I'm lost. I got turned around somehow. And I don't have any equipment. There it is. Yeah, if I had to do it over, southeast corner. Thank you, Highland. I get lost too easy. I get lost in real life too easy. You know how you can really get lost? Use a GPS. Turn right at next corner. There's no corner. It's a swamp. What? You can easily get lost. You know what a GPS is good for? If you already know how to get there. If you already kind of know how to get there, a GPS is pretty good. If you're going someplace you've never been before, in country you've never seen, you can get lost so bad with a GPS. It always wants you to take that dirt road that goes someplace where a banjo picker and a guitar player's on it with shotguns. Yeah, well, it's the shortest route. Yeah, I'm driving a Lamborghini. I don't think I want to go down that road. Look at the big map. I'm trying to catch up. Hey, Steve's here. Hey, Steve. What? Forestry? No. To me, it's too small for me. I don't like it. Well, you haven't seen it. I won't play on this map more than tonight, probably. Well, that's why, I'm not going to say I'm not going to play it, but I'm not going to stream it, probably. I need to get rid of this stuff, so let's get to work. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, and we're going to sell that. And we're going to sell that. That's just decoration anyway. Okay, now, this thing here is pretty much worthless, so I'm going to get rid of it. And that gives me a nice flat spot to put in a storage silo. So let's do that. We're going to put a storage silo in. And it's a small map, so I'm not going to put a big one in. I'll just put a small one in. That one right there is fine. And it's a nice flat spot, see? If you start moving around, you start losing the flatness, like right there. Down here, this is a hill down here. So I'm going to stick it right here. In some relative position. Okay, and then over here, if I can remember which one we did. Scorp and I did this all last night, but I'm not on that map. I started a new one this morning, so. I think it was. No, I'm not, can't remember. Huh. Was it that one? No, it wasn't. It was that one. Right there. Okay, so I put this one down. Is it overlapping with me? It probably is. Okay, wait. That was it. All right, let's straighten this out. Here. And with this. Drop it right there. Just a place for tractors and stuff like that, which I don't have. I need to get some. Let me see. Let's do something like oh shoot, where did I put that? Oh, I guess that's okay. I didn't mean to put it there. I thought it was over there. But that's okay. That's good. That'll work. Kind of, sort of, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's okay. All right, let's grab ourselves a combine because we got fruit to do. How many of you guys have this? Stevie's going to relist River Bend Spring. Why? Just make a new map, Stevie. Come on. Quit doing the same damn map all the time. All right. This is, if you say that you want a starter farm, this is the combine you would get. So I'll just do that. Well, what? No Michelin's. It's Scotland. I suppose they wouldn't have Michelin's, would they? Continental's pretty good though. Can you change the license plate, or you got to take that one? No, you can change it. All right. Let's do type 2. And then that gives me enough room to put my name in. Uh-oh, didn't give me enough room. Really? It always did before. Did they change it so it's just, shoot. All right, that didn't work. Now what do I do? Can I get out of this? Let me get out of this, come back in. I've always done the 53. Huh. Rubicon. What? Rubicon. Rubicant. All right, well, we'll just put Rude Man in. Oh, I did something wrong because... yeah, no, that's... Rude Man. It won't let me put it... Why won't it let me do that? Oh, that's not right. Rude Man 1. There we go. I could do that. I could give every tractor a different number. Combine's number 1. Well, up to 9 pieces, and then what would I do? I'd have to take part of my name off or something. All right, so there's that. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. There will be trouble. Then we need a header. Give me a header. That one, I guess. Any options? Some speed. I can do some speed. Let's do that. By the way, the speed is a mod that I have in. So, there you go. But that's an ugly design. This color. Let's do. I guess you can do black or gray. I guess that's it. Sweet. I guess. All right, there's a combine for us. Reindeer. Yeah, that's it, Rudy. I'm missing all this chat today. What's going on? Michelins are made in Scotland? No, they're not. They're made at a pancake place in Tennessee. There's no way that that Scottish can't. That Michelin tire guy, he gets all those rolls and stuff for all the pancakes he eats. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Steve the Farmer. Scorpion wanted me to look at the big map. Was there a reason for that? Did I miss it? Looking at the big map? Were you talking about when I lost my farm? Lucky you don't own a Tesla. I live too far away from electricity. I'm doing good, Steve. I'm catching up on the chat. It's okay. Too small. Going to Realize Riverbend. Oh, yeah, go in. Scorpion mentioned hearing somewhere through the grapevine about an Australian map that's supposed to be humongous. That's what I'm waiting for. Remember that Australian map I was on where I had to mod the train to do 120 miles an hour to get from one end of the farm to the other in one live stream? It was so big. That map was so big. They had oil. They had oil pump. What do they call those? Those pumps. I need to see the map. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's get this guy going in, and I'll get a tractor to pick up the crops. I like Massey Ferguson, always have. We had a lot of Massey Fergusons when I was growing up because we had a lot of orchards. Massey Ferguson makes a nice orchard tractor because they make a nice, powerful enough tractor that's very small profile, so you can drive between the trees, not get knocked off. They made a really good tractor for orchards. And then later they came out with some Kubotas or whatever they is. Kabuti. That's it. It's a Kabuti. I like big Kabutis, and I cannot lie. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-la. Now the cows, I like it. You have to give them straw, you have to give them food, and you have to give them water. I don't know why they stopped having to give animals water someplace down the line. It's almost like when they put the trains in, made such a big deal of it, and then they never put trains back. Or they did, but you couldn't use them. All right. Who's working today? I don't know because I don't have another piece of equipment. So I don't know who's working. Let's buy another tractor so we can look around here. All right. I can't remember what tractor we had. It's bound to be a small tractor because it's a very small map. These things are the ugliest damn things I ever saw. Well, we got Massey. Let's stick with Massey. I'll get one of these and give it the bigger engine we can get there. 130 horse. There's some Michelin. What are we looking at here? Wide tires. I like wide tires. I don't care if it's got a. I don't care if it's got a front end loader at this point. All right, let's get that. And then I need a trailer for picking up fruit. So let's see what we got. A stitch in time. A bunning. The reason I'm looking at this one is because this one came with Highland. So I'm looking at this one, but probably the small one. Not much difference in price, but I'll just get that one. That's good enough for government work. All right, extension, yes. We put the extension on, or it comes with it. I don't care what kind of wheels it has on it. Standard trailer hitch. Do we need a trailer hitch on it? I don't think so. Color's fine. Let's just get it. Where the hell am I? Did I drop myself down into a tree or something? I did. I flew right into a tree. Let us see. Hey, Rob's working. We got that young lad working. We're going to work him. Lori, Rob's working on the combine. If I downloaded that map, I won't play on this one tonight. What map, Scorp? Did I miss it again? Lori's allergic to onions? Oh, no. My sister will not eat an onion. I'll sit there and eat a Walla Walla sweet like an apple. I love onions. Lori thinks she's a Nordic god. We'll call Lori Thor. I'm Thor. Well, it hurts. That's an old joke. Back from Nordic times. I'm from Nordic times, if you didn't know. The Australian map. Oh, did we find it? What's it called? I only heard somebody mention that they thought one was coming out. I don't know anything other than that. Do they farm in New Zealand? Oh, speaking of New Zealand and Australia, just before I came on, Joe Rogan's got, what's his name, fighting around the world. God. Can't think of his name. The Australian guy's fighting everybody. Can't think of his name. Dang it. Somebody will tell me. Nulla Creek. Nulla, isn't that stuff they eat like peanut butter? I love them, but they hurt. Yeah, that's too bad. That'd be like being allergic to chili peppers. Man, I'd be in deep doo if I was allergic to Chili peppers. Russell Crowe, that's the guy. I like Russell Crowe. I like that he sticks up for himself. He's not afraid to put his fist where his mouth is. I do like him though, especially now that he looks more like me. He's got a beard like mine. Well, his is shorter than mine, but mine was what? What's it trying to get me to do? Stop it. Oh, my watch has an update. Okay. All right. Enough of that nonsense. What else do I need? Got a combine. We got a tractor, trailer. I'm going to need a plow of some kind at some point. And I'll need a fertilizer spreader. I can use the one I've always used because it's very compact. So let's look at that one right away. It's here somewhere, maybe. Did I pass it already? I bet I did. I keep forgetting to look at the category up here. Miscellaneous. Drivables, loaders, trailers, soil cultivation. Well, we're going to need a plow, but I'll wait. Spader. David Spader? Seed tanks, that ain't it though. I must have missed it again. There it is. All right, we want the one with the black top here because it's huge and it's very fast. What's it do? 30 miles an hour? Working with. No, I don't want. That's for the markers. The markers were a novelty. I used them on the first time I bought it, and then after that they were a pain in the butt. So I'm not putting those on. But we will do the capacity. Unrealistic. Chassis color. What? Well, I'm just going to make it, since I'm doing Massey, I'll just do a Massey red. And then we'll leave the top. No, we're going to make the top black. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Let's get that. Some people not allergic once cooked. With my sister, it goes beyond being allergic. She won't eat anything that's even got onions in it. Because I told her, I said, man, I can chop them real fine. You'll never know they're there. She says, I'll know they're there. I won't eat it. And that's it. All there is to it. Sourdough bread and onion soup. You ever make cabbage soup? We used to do that when we were going to go on a diet. We'd make a great big pot of just cabbage soup and lose about 5 or 10 pounds in a week. I'll tell you what I like. I like a good potato soup because I like potatoes. I can eat them raw or cooked, but hurt my eyeballs. Well, that's what you got Rob for. Is he old enough to hold a knife yet? Or better yet, don't give him a knife. Get him one of those things that you pound, and cut a piece of onion and pound the crap out of it. Those things that have the crisscross knives built in them. That way you don't have to worry about him cutting his finger off. I cut my finger off. This one, my little finger. just beyond the nail. So in that far, in that far, I was cutting meat or something, and I sliced crossways like this, and right behind my nail, I missed a nail, but my finger was hanging by a piece of skin, and I wrapped it up. You know, I used to be a paramedic, so I wrapped it up real good, put some ice in my hand, and drove myself. I was home alone, drove myself to the emergency room. Doctor got me right in because I was bleeding to death. He got me right in and sewed it back on, and now there's no scar. You can't see a scar. It works perfectly fine. I've got lots of feeling in it. There's no loss of any kind. The guy, when I went in a couple weeks later to have the stitches removed, the doctor was not the emergency room doctor. It was my regular doctor. He looked at that and he said, "Who did this? You can't even see a scar." And I said, "Yeah, I talked to him. The guy was a fly fisherman. That was his hobby. Sewing, working on those little flies, building those little flies for fly fishing. He was used to doing little tiny stuff with his hands. And man, I guess he could really sew." So it was great. All right, what else I need? Because I wasn't coming in for that. A cedar. I need a cedar Sinai. I'm just going to get the one I always use. So there you go. It's called a planter. A seeding and planting. So we'll get a planter. And I think it's... I don't think it's that one. Is it the dollar one? Is it the dollar one? I don't think so. There's one way to tell. It isn't the dollar one. It's that one. Yeah. It's this one because it has a roller on it. So if you want to do rolling or if your map is set up to have to be rolled at a certain time, buy this. You can put the roller on it. This thing plants everything, including potatoes and sugar beets. It plants rice. It fertilizes, and it rolls. So all you need is this, and it cultivates too. If you've got a field that's already plowed and all it needs is cultivating, this one will do that too. So this is all around. I love this thing. It does everything. But I'm gonna make it go a little faster though. Whoops. Slow down, my man. All right, let's buy it. Man, we've got some storms going on. If you lose me, it's going to be because the power goes out. We got some storms coming in off the ocean. High, what do they call that? Dangerous surf. We've had dangerous surf warnings for 2 or 3 days now. It's supposed to be thunderstorms. I just heard a big one just a minute ago, and the wind's blowing about 30, 40 miles an hour. So could be very well be that the power goes out. Oh, that'll be a bummer. But I got some good books to read, so I'm not too worried. Power goes out. Hey, Raps here. What was that heavy-duty mask during COVID square? I didn't wear one. I never wore a mask. I didn't leave the house for 2 years because they kept telling me if you leave the house, you have to have a mask on. I said, no, I won't leave the house. I got no reason to go anywhere. Carol does grocery shopping. I refused. Are you still having a good day? I wouldn't know what a good day was. I didn't have one yesterday. I was not doing well yesterday. Yeah, I had a tough day. I found out Addie came in, was talking about having a doctor appointment. And I said, well, it's about time. When's the last time you had one? Well, now, what you have to understand is Addie's my granddaughter, but I don't have any legal control of her. But she does live with me, and her mom does not. And she had Oregon health care, and it expired because her mom didn't renew it. And so she's not on our insurance, and we don't have a legal right to take her in or make an appointment because we're not a parent or guardian. So, but she came to us this last weekend and says she thinks she might have scoliosis because she's got a big lump on her back and she's kind of crooked and she's had it for a couple of years and never said anything. Well, what she doesn't know is I have a curved spine. What she doesn't know is my daughter has scoliosis. So she doesn't know her cousin had scoliosis so bad that they had to do emergency surgery and put these steel plates in her back to get her just to be able to stand up straight. And we finally got a hold of somebody that said, okay, well, she's old enough now, have her call us. If you have her call us, we can set up an appointment for her, and we can have somebody when she gets here to sign up and get back on the Oregon healthcare. There's somebody here that can help her do that. And so, but the quickest we can get in is January. So that's what's had me bothered the last couple of days. I'm just scared to death. Oh, I need another tractor, don't I? All right. Well, back to tractors. Let's see what we got here. Let me see what we got in a medium-sized. I'd like to use a mod, but I don't have any small mods. If you know what I mean. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's go for maybe a large tractor, but a small large tractor. Like the Vultures are pretty small. I can get this one in large, and then what I can do is do a double duty on it. I can put a reverse wheel in there. So let's put the big engine in. We're gonna tires. We're gonna do Michelin's. We're gonna do wide tires because I like wide tires, and I cannot lie. Reverse driving, yes. Let's do that in. So I put a second steering wheel in. And then I'm going to do the Skyview roof. We'll do the panorama windows. I like those. I don't care about the interior design. Doesn't really change much. I'll leave the color the way it is. I kind of like it. But the rims are fine. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's buy that. I was looking for something else, though. Huh. All right, let's do that. Okay, now let's swap those tractors out. Yeah, my niece didn't have a choice. She was so bad. They had to do it. Yeah, Scorp is working at the office today, so his commute time's going to be an hour. So he won't make it back. Vermont doesn't have grandparent rights either, but sometimes it's for the best, except when you fully take care of them. Yeah, I mean, the kids are living with me. 24/7, and their mother only comes over maybe an hour a week, if that, just to say hello, and you know. Yeah, Rap, we're on the new Highland map. I had to go in. I'm missing a lot of. I'm kind of scatterbrained today. I'm missing a lot of the. Where's Matt? Matt's a minute behind. Did I miss Matt? Matt, where are you, buddy? my, I have my window open because it's hot in here. Just a crack. Because if I open it up too wide, the wind's going to get it and break it off. So I just have it cracked a little bit, but it's just enough that it's banging the door to the hallway. I keep thinking somebody's trying to break in. Leave me alone. All right, we got to have something sparkly, and Matt's not here to tell me what to do. So we're just going to have to by guess and by golly today. Uh-oh, looks like Rob's getting full. All right, well, the blood sugars aren't too bad. I just have to decide what I'm going to do. Do I want to do, let's see. I think the only thing I have that's caffeine free. Wait a minute. Yeah, would be the 7-Up I've got. I've got a 7-Up, but I'm thinking I still don't have any Mountain Dew. Can't get Godzilla to give any up, and get it here from Hong Kong's too expensive. So I might just go with the usual. I do have a choice. I've got a raspberry one. I got a grape one. I got a Baja Blast, which I had yesterday. Got a Code Red. And then I have just regular. Good selection of Mountain Dew. Jeff just bought me a case yesterday, though, so I've got the most of this. And it happens to be my favorite. So it's Code Red, cherry. Cherry flavor, my favorite. Jeremy's here. Hey, Jeremy. And let's put it in the automatic load. Scorpion showed me a picture of one he got. I can't think of the name. What's the name of that popular? Not thermos. Mine's a thermos. Mine's a stainless steel thermos, and this thing will keep a can of pop cold all day. But Scorpion got one. There's a bunch of scamming going on, and I can't remember the company that is, but it's a koozie like this, only it's blue in color. And I don't know if it's, oh my God, that's cold. Whoa, that was cold and refreshing, so refreshing. And it's stimulating as well. So it's three sodas in one. At the better grocery stores everywhere. I used to laugh when I heard that sold at better pharmacies everywhere. Well, which ones are the better ones? I want to get it from the better one. Is my pharmacy a better one? What kind of advertising is that? Anyway, there's a scam going on where you'll get this text. You have won the chance to get the full complement of our products, and they sell ice coolers, koozies, thermos jugs, tumblers. They've got a full range, and I can't remember the name of the company, but everybody knows it. And you get this thing that says all you have to do is send us $15 for shipping, and we'll send the whole kit and caboodle to you. It's that kind of a scam. And the funny part is, I heard about it on Mike Rowe's channel. Now, if you don't know who Mike Rowe is, he did a show called Dirty Jobs on the Discovery Channel, I think it was. And hey, there's Frank. Anyway. Oh, what's that brand? I don't remember. And Scorpion's here. You can't tell me. I can look it up though. Anyway, Mike Rowe sells everything. I mean, you know, he's the Dirty Jobs guy. Well, he got a phone call and they said, "Why are you're giving away coolers and stuff? What's going on?" And he went and looked. There's a video out of him and his voice, but it isn't him. It's all AI, and it's telling people, yeah, all you got to do is go to this page. You know, you could get this free everything. All you have to do is pay the shipping, limited time. And he said it's not him. And he got to looking around, and he said they're all over the internet. He got his lawyers going on it. He said by the end of the day, they had about 12 of them shut down. Different ones, different scam projects and stuff. That's what AI is going to do for us now. He said he has people that he was waiting for his mom to call and say, "What are you doing on TV?" You know. So he called a buddy of his, and his buddy said, "Yeah, that's not the half of it." He said, "When you get these phone calls, and they want to ask you a question, or you know, what they're trying to get you to do, they're trying to get you to talk to them." And he said all they have to do is have you talk for just a few seconds, and an AI computer can get your voice and repeat it in just a few seconds. They've got your voice down. And so these people call you, you don't know who they are. They call you, and they could be talking anything. Doesn't matter. Their object is to get you to talk. And then they have your voice. Then if they can get your, you know, where you live and relatives, you know, they can find out who your relatives are. Call my mom. "Mom, I'm in trouble. I got, you know, pulled over on the freeway and they're taking me. I need to get, you know, bail money. Can you cash app me some money? You know, $50 or whatever." And it's you, it's your voice, and they can spook your number. It's crazy, man. Bill? Who's Bill? No, it wasn't Stanley. It was Livingston, but not Stanley. I'll have to look it up. He sent me a picture of it. It's on Discord. So let me pull Discord up real quick. This Yeti, it's called, the company's name is Yeti. Okay. There you go. Oh, I windowed out. I don't even know if you guys can still hear me. Okay, could you guys still hear me when I was talking? I windowed out. The company's called Yeti. There's Matt. You're a little late, Matt. I needed you about 10 minutes ago. It's just a code red. It's a code red because my son went to the store. He ran out of soda and he came in and grabbed a couple of my code reds and said, "I'll replace it tomorrow with a whole case." And I said, "Okay." So he went to the store last night and bought me a case of code red. So I've got tons of code red now. So I figured, well, I'll just drink one of those today. Yeah. Yeti, that's it. Oh, Ghosty's here. Well, nobody told me. We just talking about you yesterday, I think it was. Didn't we mention Ghost yesterday, or was it last week? I think it was because I was trying to list off my moderators or something, and Ghost name came up because I remembered Gino hasn't been on forever, so I took Gino off. He's not a moderator anymore. I used to have a moderator named Jim Dandy. You guys remember Jim Dandy? Because Scorpion didn't remember him. I bet you Andy remembers Jim Dandy. They make fake cups to the store, to store dollar. They make fake cups. Are you talking about a brassiere? What kind of cups? Or is it maybe a jock strap? They call those cups too, don't they? Are you talking about like chocolate mugs? What kind of cup you talking about, dear sister? I know she's talking about cupcakes. See, you had me going because she's talking about fake cups in the tutu store. What kind of cups would you have on a tutu? I'm confused. Bill says he remembers Jim. Yeah, Jim was a nice guy. He was the only guy close to my age, I think. I still think I was older than him. I just won't admit it in a court of law. Yeti to store money in? Yeah. I used to have a Blue Yeti microphone. Man, Rob's done a bang-up job on this field here. Yeah, I want to see somebody make a no man's land farm where you have to make your own land, and put in that construction thing where you've got a farmhouse and a barn, maybe a dairy that has to be built. So you can't just buy a building and plop it down. You have to go out and cut the trees and do the gravel and the cement and all that kind of stuff and build your own buildings. Now there's a survival map for you. Where's that store? I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I need to do. I need to take this little tractor, ain't got enough oomph to get up that hill, and get that other tractor. We'll swap it out. It's the Valtra 416. You know, I can't remember which button it is. Which button is it? Activate speed sync. Activate AR worker. Display HUD. Honk. We got your honking. We got your honking right here. There we go. We're going to flip around and drive it backwards. Wee-haw! Man, this thing gets. There you go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-la. Sweet. No, somebody left the gate closed. Who did that? They knocked me down. Gates opened out. I didn't know that. Janet and triplets. Wait a minute. When did it become triplets? I thought it was twins. I still haven't heard from that company that makes Farmer's Dynasty. They probably won't contact me. Yeah, Jim Dandy was a older guy. He had a U.S. flag for his avatar, and he was one of Big Hoss's moderators too. When Hoss put his own page in. Oh, pipe's not long enough. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, this was Andy's favorite thing about this map. You can there's no collision on the hedges. You can drive right through the hedges. Andy was all excited about that. I don't blame him. It's a feature, man. All right, who's driving now? Matthew. Matthew's driving a combine. All right, so I don't need a lot of poop on this tractor if I use it on that fertilizer rig there, so I'll do that. We'll hook up with that there, and then I do need another tractor. Because I need to start plowing. Oh, we need a quicker picker-upper, don't we? Manure spreader. Here we go, forage wagon. Ah, man, I don't know if I can afford this. Can I afford this? I don't need extension on this. These fields are so small, you only get a couple thousand liters of fruit off of them. Working speed. Let's kick this up to about 30 miles an hour. Windrower, yes, we want the windrower on. Yes, yes. Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags full. Okay. Let's see, what do we need? I'll get a Tri-6 because it's cheap. Do you see how cheap that is? $2,000 for a Tri-6. Look at that. How could you get anything that cheap? I'm going to put the Proto on just because. There are some hills on the farm, but it's not that big a deal. I'll just leave the wheels the way they are, except for I'll put... what's Lad Yazzie? What's Led Yazzie? What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, is it for the beacons? Huh. I don't know. What's Kine? Red. Red is fine, I guess. I don't know. Red. Kind. Blue. Red and blue. Huh. I don't know. Rim color. Okay. During this, yeah, for a long time. I haven't played this game in over 8 months, I guess. Not even installed on my PC anymore. I keep telling people I don't play this game anymore, and they say, "We see you playing it all the time." I said, "Well, that's not what I mean. You see me streaming it. That's for your guys' benefit, not mine. I don't play this game for entertainment anymore. I just stream it for you guys. So I come on once a week, twice a week, turn the game on, I play for 2 hours, turn the game off, wait a day, come back in on Thursday, play the game, 2 hours, turn the computer off, and I never turn it back on again until next week. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, drop the pickup, turn it on. There we go. This thing really goes now. 30 miles an hour picking up straw. Just picking up straw. Picking up straw. The coos. I think the coos need straw. I got a new mod I want to try too. Can't drive straight. Come on. Gotta keep it on straight and narrow. What phone? What? Now who's trying to... Ah! Anybody know what cricket is? You guys overseas know what cricket is. I turned on Rogan today and Russell Crowe's on, and the first thing they start talking about for the next hour is the way they started with soccer, I think, but ended up going to cricket, and they're talking about cricket and all the stuff that goes with cricket. I have no idea what the hell that is. Let's see if we can get this, take a straw from here. No? Maybe they don't get straw. Is that Scottish for moo? Well, I don't see where it can take straw, so I guess maybe they don't get in it. Where are you going? He thought he was going to get something to eat out of that truck. All right, well, let's just go. Well, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. That looks like straw that goes in that thing. Is there a way to get in that pasture? I don't see a gate. I don't see a gate. But this tanky thing here looks like straw would go in. Oh no, it's not straw, it's probably hay. That's probably a hay bin or something. Oh shoot, I don't know. Cow pasture. Water. They gotta have water, food, hay, silage, grass, meadow. Well, what's the difference between hay, grass, and meadow? What are they considering? Are they considering if they eat it themselves, meadow, and if it's straw, if it's hay or grass, it goes in the bin? I bet they are. I bet that's what that is. Well, I can't prove it in a court of law. Cricket is like a baseball. No, it's not. It's a little like a grasshopper, isn't it? It's a telephone service to some people. There's a telephone service named Cricket. Power wash simulator. I saw that, and they're making a new one. Super power wash. What? They add soap to the water? What? And we got a new DLC. We add soap to the water. It's only $50. Stay tuned. The next DLC would be heated water. All right, we don't need this anymore for a while. Let's dump that for now. You know what we need this tractor for? It's a humongous. That's a humongous tractor. We need to get a plough so we can plough our fields. And I don't know, since we can drive through the hedge, I don't have to worry about a gate, right? So I might not be able to get the biggest one, but we can get the smaller one, I think. We get the smaller one and make it massy red, because everything's massy in this game, I guess. Okay, let's make it go faster, though. 15 miles an hour, design a high hitch. I don't care. Don't care if it's got an attachment. I might later, but I don't care right now. Okay, I want to see something. What's going on? All-wheel. Okay, so they've got this thing where you can now change it to all-wheel steer. And I don't know if it works on the mods or not. Let's see. Front wheel, crab left, crab right, all-wheel. Okay, it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does. The reason why it's important that they've added that, there was a tractor that I had. I think it was this one. No, it was the little Massey Ferguson. Yeah, this one. This one here. No, this isn't it. It was a tractor that they had that came with the farm if you told it you wanted to have a farm. And it took a mile to turn. And so you had to go in there and change it to all-wheel steer to get it to even turn a little bit. It was terrible. Oh, don't do that. We're going to save on some gas here. Let's get our plow and head for a field. Oh, we got some guy trying to make money on my channel again. It's a grasshopper. A cricket? I don't think so. Do crickets really have a little violin that they play? I saw that on TV, but somebody told me it was just a cartoon. Looked real to me, I don't know. JCB? Might be, I don't know. Okay, you guys are probably wondering why I'm not fishing, because I don't care about that. I almost didn't buy it when I heard it was fishing. And then everybody yelled at me yesterday because I didn't have it. Scorpion, he'll show you how to fish. The fishing's kind of weird anyway. It's not very realistic. Okay, wait a minute. Does this field need anything? Oh, it needs liming. Oh, we better do that. Okay, yeah, we better put some lime in. You put the lime in the coconut, put it all together. Put the lime in the coconut, then it makes it better. I just make up words because I don't know what they are. I was worried about not having feed for the cows or the coos. But they're in a pasture. They can't bend over and eat. They need to be spoon-fed or something. Who's driving that rig? Elsa. We haven't seen Elsa in a while. It must be busy milking cows in Australia. I always thought that Russell Crowe's from Australia, but I think he's from New Zealand. I think he was born and raised in New Zealand. He might be from Australia, but... Okay, where'd we put the combine? Way over there. I don't remember who's driving the combine. Look at this. We don't need no roads. We'll just bust right through. Kind of love it. That's my kind of hedge. I haven't had a graphic artist come in for a couple of days. Know what I mean? Who's driving a combine? Oh, that's right, Matthew. This Trailer has a, look at, right on the back of the trailer, it's got a beacon, little bitty LED beacon. But it doesn't have one on the front though, I don't think. Turn on the bacon. There's the bacons. Big bacons. Turn on the bacon. That guy done yet? I'm gonna say he's done and start plowing. Did I buy that field? I did buy that field. Let's throw some lime on it. What the heck is that flying? Are those aliens flying through the air? What is that? They're organized. Look like they're doing a little dance. Synchronized flying or something. Laura, do you guys do any ice fishing? I watch a couple that live in Minnesota, and they do. They live up towards the Canadian border, and they do ice fishing all the time. They got this little canvas house that they take out, set down. Got a little heater in it. Take a chainsaw and cut a hole in the ground or in the ice and sit there and fish. Crazy, man. Jet stream lines real close to the ground with little tiny jets. Go plow, go. That plow's almost too big for that field. Which way is he going? Is he going that way or that way? Huh. Hamish is spreading the lime. Right, he's got a rear bacon. That? What was that? It scared me, whatever it was. Now I can't make it do it again. What the heck was that? Rain likely to continue over the next several hours, it says. But the funny part is, it hasn't stopped raining for the last 3 days. They just keep putting more warnings up. It's going to go another couple hours. A couple hours go by. Well, looks like it's going to come another couple hours. Why don't you just say it's going to rain for the next 3 days? Where's my farm? What? Where's my farm? There it is. That way. I'm lost.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Lori. Never have. Not a fan of except four-wheeling and snowmobiling. Yeah, I used to have. Well, I used to be a dirt biker, but I also had snowmobiles, and we'd go up in the winter up in the hills and just tear it up. Me and my buddies, we all had pickups, and we just throw our snowmobiles in the back of the pickups. I had mine set up so I could haul more than one because the bed isn't big enough. If you just have a regular pickup bed, it isn't big enough for two snowmobiles. So what I would do is I took a piece of sheet plywood and made it longer than the truck bed and laid it on top of the truck bed and then bolted it down. And then I could drive it up there like that. And then underneath that, in the bed of the truck, I could store all my camping gear and stuff. But I could get two snowmobiles on that way. Snowmobiling can be dangerous. Everything's dangerous, but snowmobiling is so much fun. You get going, and we get to racing around, and we'd end up miles and miles away from our camp, not realizing until you stop and the adrenaline stops that you're too tired to even move. So we learned our lesson. We almost got caught out there in really bad weather. Because we went too far away from camp and didn't know when to stop and turn around and come home. And by the time we did, we stopped and shut the machines down and just laid back and were just having a good time talking about what we just did, the trails and stuff we saw and all that kind of stuff. Then the adrenaline that keeps you going started draining. And all of a sudden, we're looking at each other like, God, I can't move my arms. I'm so tired. And we got all that way to get back again to where the trucks were. And we realized we'd blown it. We went too far. We barely made it back. It was you were just barely hanging on trying to get back because we lost all that adrenaline. You just get so excited about having so much fun that you don't realize how tired you're getting. Ice picking, a nose picking pick in Discord. Ken Block was killed on one. On what? A snowmobile? Who's Ken Block? Uh-oh. Somebody's waiting to be relieved of whatever this is. What are we hauling? Wheat. Look at those coos. They're so cute. Do those coos come in any other color? Or are they all ginger? I wonder if this little thing can pull that. Probably not. I could try. I don't know. Let's find out. Might have to get it. I put the bigger engine in, but that didn't mean anything. We don't have any product in it yet either. Oh, I forgot to go look. Let me go look at the photo. Oh, wow. That's a good sized tent. I never had a four-wheeler. I either was either on a motorcycle, a horse, or a snowmobile. Four-wheelers back in my day were not that. They weren't that common. The little three-wheel ones were. They were just coming out. Those little three-wheeled ones. But they were hard to ride. It's weird. You didn't lean the same way. You had to lean the opposite way than you would think you should to ride those things. They were awful. And the only reason we had them is we had orchards, and during the picking season and stuff, we could ride one of those little three-wheelers under all the trees and stuff and zip around like nobody's business. And somebody needs more buckets over there, or somebody needs a ladder over there, or somebody lost their teeth in the outhouse. That happened. I had to go down and get them. God, that was awful. Oh, just thinking about it reminds me. Outhouses stink, I'm telling you. On the back of the four-wheeler, getting all cozy. Oh, this tractor's barely moving. Oh my God, he ain't got enough poop for this. Oh my God, 4 miles an hour. Oh shoot, sorry. Back off, buddy. I'm gonna need a bigger tractor. I could use this one. Well, let's see how it does. We'll see. Hey, it's my farm. I could plop stuff down anywhere. Oh, I think we've got sheep, but no cattle. Oh, no, wait, we have cattle. Are those considered cattle, even though you don't call them cattle, you call them coos? It's a coo. We're going to have to put our coos in the hoose. Jet skiing, yeah, I've never done that much. I was out a couple times. I had a friend of mine had what they called a Hobie cat. Hobie Cat was. It's kind of a funny boat. It's like a sailboat, except for the boat is like a trampoline. It's kind of like you took a trampoline and put a sail on it. It's kind of weird to explain. I'm sure you've probably seen that they're on they're on pontoons, like a what do they call those? Like a double pontoons with a trampoline on it and a sail, and they go really fast. It's Hobie Cat. I think that was probably the brand name of it or something. But I had a buddy had one of those, and oh god, it was a blast, but it was kind of scary. Those things could really move too. Shine buggy. Shiner buggy. I got that wrong. How's it going? Yes, don't you guys think it's kind of funny that whenever we talk about Bill, he just shows up? I mean, I hadn't even thought about Bill for the longest time till the other day, and I mentioned something about it, and then we all start talking about Bill, and then he shows up. That's kind of weird. It's like magic or something. Ooh, sounds cool in here. What happened? Did I get full? I got full. Bill's name says it all. Driving Miss Daisy. Hey, Rob's here. Hi, Rob. How you doing? I got you driving someplace, Rob, or I did have you driving. I think you did do the combine. That Matthew's on it now. Ah, Miss Nelson's here working today. All right, there's my coos. I gotta take this wheat. Uh-oh. Hey, he's driving on my side of the road. Get over. I'm doing good. Everybody's doing good today. I'm doing better than yesterday. Yesterday I wasn't doing good. Me and God had a long talk last night about Addie. I asked for a special favor. Because I ain't going to be here that much longer. I got to have some angels lined up to take my place. Okay, let's see. Probably over here. Let's get one of those bulletin boards on her so I can figure out what's in my. What did we do before we had those things? Anyway, I can't remember. We've always had those, though. I can remember doing those in 2015. Those bulletin board thingy boogaloos, these things. What is this one? This one's a 20. I need bigger than 20. Let's see. 52 lines, that's big enough. Let's get in here. Which side is it we need? This side. There we go. Barley, straw, and wheat. You're playing Farmer's Dynasty? Yeah. I keep thinking that that they're going to return my email, but they haven't. I sent an email requesting be able to play the game early. They're going to have early access. That's going to be open to anybody that wants to do it. Early access. You have to buy the game, of course. If you buy the game, you can do early access. But they were asking for people to play the game before early access. And I put my name in, but I haven't heard anything. So, I don't know. The early access is supposed to come out on the new game, Farmer's Dynasty 2. That's supposed to come out in 2026. So I'm thinking maybe spring of 2026. And it'll be open for early access. So if there's going to be anything, any playing of it. But the thing is, if they do grant me permission to play the game before the early access, they probably won't let me record it. That's generally what they do. They're just wanting it for test purposes. And so you have to sign an NDA that you can't say too much about it. Let's stop this guy. Oh, look, we got tornado weather. Did you see that up there? Tornado weather. We're waiting for a big blow. Although I've got it turned off. Uh-oh. Thunder and lightning. Everything frightening. That's the kind of weather we're having right here. We're having thunderstorms right here today. And I didn't put a cover on my wheat truck. It's thunder and lightning. Everything is frightening. Yeah, in Farmer's Dynasty 2, you can actually die. You live your life out and raise your kids, and then you kick the bucket and the kids take over. It's kind of sad. Anyway, I got to get in and out of the rain. It's time to go anyway. Man, this is the fastest 2 hours I've had in a long time. Yesterday, when I live streamed, I didn't think it was ever going to end. I kept looking at the clock, and I just wasn't feeling good, physically or mentally. But I feel better today, and the time went by really fast. So, I'm going to call it a day. And I guess we'll be back on the farm again tomorrow, but probably on the old farm. So on Don Diego. Get back and do some of that. Hey, Bill, get some sleep, buddy. Did Bill leave already? You never see him go. He just says bye and boom, he's gone. I'm just going to sit the rain out, I guess. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. I'm going to have some leftovers tonight. Jeff made a big thing of red rice and beans. That stuff is good. All righty. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Rob, take care of your mom. And I'll see you guys later. Ta-ta for now. Bye, Rob.